Welcome back to The Haunted School, The Unknown Student, Episode 2. In the last episode, we introduced you to the mysterious disappearances and strange happenings in Maitri Vidyalaya. Rahul Singh, a brilliant student, vanished years ago under strange circumstances, and since then, eerie events have plagued the school. Raj and his friend, after witnessing these unexplained phenomena, have begun their own investigation into the truth behind Rahul's disappearance. But what they don't know is that they are about to uncover a dark and terrifying reality that will change everything they thought they knew. It had been weeks since Raj and his friend first began investigating the strange events at Maitri Vidyalaya, but every clue they uncovered only deepened the mystery. The more they searched, the more the feeling grew that they were being watched by unseen eyes. Was it Rahul's spirit haunting the school, or was there something even darker at play? Their investigation led them to the school's forgotten archives, a dusty, unused room at the back of the administration building. There they found old records, photographs, and newspaper clippings that spoke of the school's long, troubled history. As Raj flipped through one of the old records, his eyes fell upon a photograph of Rahul Singh, taken just before his disappearance. The image struck him as odd. There was something about Rahul's expression that seemed off, as if he knew something others didn't. Raj, whispering to himself, "This photo, there's something strange about it. Why does it feel like he's staring right through me?" His friend, still cautiously looking around the dimly lit room, overheard him. "Friend, what do you mean?" "It's just a picture." "Raj, I don't know, but it's like he's trying to tell us something. It's like he's warning us." Just then, the air around them seemed to grow colder, and they could hear the sound of footsteps coming from the hallway outside the room. Rajay and his friend looked at each other, their hearts racing. They knew they weren't alone, but there was no one then. "Raj, we have to find out more. We need to speak to someone who was here when Rahul disappeared. Someone who might know what really happened." Raj and his friend sought out some of the older teachers who had worked at Maitri Vidyalaya when Rahul was still a student. They knew that the teachers might hold the key to unraveling the mystery of Rahul's disappearance. They found one teacher, Mrs. Sharma, who had been teaching at the school for over 30 years. She was one of the few who had been around when Rahul vanished. Miss Sharma sat with them in the school's staff room, her face drawn with years of sorrow and worry. "Miss Sharma," with a heavy sigh, "you kids are asking about Rahul Singh, Rahul. It's been so long, I didn't think anyone would remember him anymore. Raj, we've been hearing strange things happening at the school, and we believe it's somehow connected to Rahul. Can you tell us what really happened the night he disappeared?" Mrs. Sharma, shaking her head, eyes darkening. Rahul was a brilliant student. But he was also different. He had a strange aura about him, something I couldn't quite understand. A lot of students thought he was special in some way, not just because of his intelligence, but because he seemed to know things he shouldn't. I remember one evening, just before he disappeared, he came to me, almost in a trance. He said something to me that I'll never forget. Raj and his friend leaned forward, eager to hear what Mrs. Sharma would say next. "Miss Sharma, speaking slowly," he said, "I can see them, and they can see me. I think they want me to join them. I thought he was just having an overactive imagination, but now I'm not so sure. Maybe he wasn't just talking about ghosts. Maybe he was talking about something else, something much darker." Raj, with a chill down his spine, "What do you mean?" "What was he talking about, Mrs. Sharma? I don't know. But the day he disappeared, something felt wrong. We found his things, but he was gone, vanished. It was as if he had never been there. No one heard anything. No one saw anything. Just gone." Raj and his friend looked at each other, the pieces of the puzzle beginning to fall into place. They realized that Rahul had known something that had driven him to disappear into the unknown. But what had happened to him? And why did his presence still seem to linger in the school? After speaking with Miss Sharma, Raj and his friend began to experience even more unsettling occurrences. The sounds of whispers filled the hallways, but when they tried to follow the voices, they found nothing. Shadows seemed to move just out of the corner of their eyes, always darting away before they could be fully seen. It was as if the school itself was alive with a dark, malevolent presence. One night, as Raj stayed late to study, he decided to check out the abandoned wing of the school, a part of the building that had been closed off for years. He had heard rumors that strange things happened there, but he had never dared to go inside until now. As Raj walked down the long, dimly lit corridor, his footsteps echoing in the silence, he felt the temperature drop. His breath became visible in the cold air. The air felt heavy, oppressive, as if something or someone was watching him. At the end of the hallway stood a door, slightly ajar. Raj hesitated but pushed the door open, the creaking sound of the hinges breaking the stillness. Inside he found a small, forgotten room filled with old furniture and dust-covered books. But what caught his attention was a large mirror on the far wall. The glass was cracked, its surface warped. As he approached it, Raj felt a sudden rush of energy, as if the mirror was pulling him in. He stared into it, and for a moment he thought he saw a figure standing behind him, a figure that resembled Rahul Singh. "Raj," whispering Rahul. But when he turned around, no one was there. The room was empty. Suddenly, the temperature dropped even further, and Raj felt a cold hand brush against his shoulder. He spun around in panic, but again, no one was there. His heart pounded in his chest as he backed away from the mirror. He knew he wasn't alone. The next day, Raj and his friend returned to the principal's office to share their experience. They needed answers, and they needed them fast. What was the connection between Rahul's disappearance and the strange events at the school? Was Rahul's spirit haunting the school, or was something else at play? "Principal," solemnly, "I think it's time I told you everything. Everything I've kept hidden for all these years." The principal leaned forward, his voice dropping to a whisper. "Principal, Rahul's disappearance was no accident. He didn't just vanish, he was taken. The school, in its very foundations, is built upon an ancient curse, a curse that draws certain souls to it. Rahul was one of those souls, and now his presence lingers. The darkness in this school feeds on the energy of the lost, and Rahul is one of them." Raj and his friend were shocked, unable to fully comprehend what the principal was saying. "Principal, the truth is, the unknown students aren't just students. They're trapped souls that can never escape. They are the students who were lost to the curse of this place, and I fear, as long as this school stands, they will continue to haunt it." What is the truth behind the unknown students at Maitri Vidyalaya? Is Rahul Singh really lost forever? And what is the curse that binds the souls to this school? In the next episode, we will delve even deeper into the dark history of Maitri Vidyalaya and uncover the shocking truth behind the curse. Stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe for the next chilling episode.